Alright, welcome back. I was able to grab some tokens. Alright, for the confrontation here. But I got some dice here, some D6s here. And so let's set the scene a little bit more. And maybe I can put some dialogue together using these cards. Our chaos is at 6. Once we last left off at the market, and Blake was asking where he was, and one of the ladies got either scared or freaked out or angry, thinking that he's the enemy. Maybe he's one of the ruffians that's been going around that's wanted since the war, something along those lines. And she probably ended up saying help or something like that, in which the henchman from our NPC list stepped up to the plate in front of her. Now is confronting Blake. Now let's see what our card says here. I'm just going to flip one card. Disregard the yes, because I'm not asking a question. Okay, let's look at the chaos factor. We're at 6, so 3 to 9 is going to be altered. But I'm not asking a question, so I'm not that worried about it. Let's see. Introduce a new NPC. Now that's something. Okay. Expectations. Lie. Action is lie. Subject's expectations. Alright, feminine. Okay, could be a female NPC. Ferociously. Okay, so this is maybe this I'll take it by the surface level here, and say there's a ferocious female lady that comes up and action lie. I can't really put something together. Maybe that could be her dialogue. Expectations. Maybe she's talking about expectations. I can't put it together, but I got a new NPC. I'll write that down. I'll say female. I'll just say she seems aggressive. Maybe she's swearing up a storm. Maybe she's potty mouth or something like that. So let's pick another card. Set more of a scene here. Or I can ask a question too. But let's see what else here. PC negative. Okay, I got action is create tactics. Uh-oh. Lethal. Yeah, it's not looking good. Joyfully. 7 to 9 altered. PC negative. So, this guy here, I'm going to say this is the dude here. His name is Pretty Boy. Alright? Although we don't know that yet, but I'm going to name him Pretty Boy. He's says to Blake, where you at, Blake? Blake, show yourself. There you are. Probably something like, oh, you stumble in here and you start flirting with the ladies? Who do you think you are? Huh? You one of them, you one of them boys everyone's looking for? And he pushes Blake. He says, tell you what. It's like, you think everything's so pretty in here? You think I'm pretty? Huh? You think I'm pretty? And he's getting all confrontational. Alright? And, he threatens, Blake, and, he goes to put his, gun on his hip, or puts his hand on his hip like he's going to reach for his gun. And he's stepping back a little bit because he intends to do lethal harm. And that's part of his tactic, is that he's threatening Blake and he's moving back. And he's trying to create create a fight, a lethal fight. And, well, Blake has been through a lot. And he looks around. And he says, I've got no stake in this here. I'm just looking for some directions. I'm from out of town. I didn't mean anything. But I do not appreciate you coming and threatening me like this. No man threatens another man like that without repercussions. And Blake takes his hand and puts it on his hip belt, and he feels the I'll describe the gun that he picked up in the previous world. His 6-shooter walnut grip revolver with the dragon engraving on it. And he says, I don't think you want any of this. So just back off and leave me be, and I can move on to the next town. Alright. Well, I don't think you're going to make it to the next town. Now, I could, if I just play normally, I could just say, you know, Blake asks him, does he back off? And I can pick cards according to the chaos factor and choose the odds to see if he does that. But, or I could even roll a save, and on a 5 or 6, that I could treat that as a yes, and that would definitely be a way of doing it Tiny Gunslinger style. But for the sake of the trigger point, which I wrote down, the trigger point, the game trigger, I said combat by the second scene. So there's going to be combat, so it's settled. I'll say this lady here is probably a friend of his, and she's kind of like egging him on. I'll say she's foul-mouthed and everything. Maybe she's missing teeth, or kind of a witch look, and she's saying, go on, pretty boy, take him out. He's been looking at you all day since he got here 2 minutes ago. And then they start to space out. Now, this would be a good time to do the shootout mechanic. Definitely. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save that towards the end of this adventure, because it's more dramatic that way. But I just want to show you the basic combat with Tiny Gunslingers here. So let me get my sheet, my one-sheet wonder here. This is combat. Roll initiative. 2d6, highest wins. If the cowpoke, if tie, cowpoke goes first. If between cowpokes, roll until the highest wins. Alright, let me pull back a little bit. Okay, so 2d6. So Pretty Boy's gonna go. Actually, let me give him... No, I'll do the same dice. I'll do the same dice. Pretty Boy gets a... Alright, 5. So this is, we're counting the pips here. And Blake... Woo! Double 6s. Double whammy. Alright. Now, he goes first. Blake goes first. He can take 2 actions. One can move, attack, or do other things with these actions. You can attack twice using both actions, so there could be two attacks. You can move up to 25 feet per action unless the GM says otherwise, due to an obstacle reason. Using a weapon with disadvantage, roll only 1d6. Includes unarmed combat and improvised weapon. All damage is 1 hit point to your enemy and vice versa. Okay, but I can also do these things. Focus. Next time you attack, you can hit on a 4 or 5 or 6. Remains in effect until action taken. Okay. And I think with focus, next time you attack, I think you can attack and then focus, I think. I don't think it's one of these where you could say, okay, I'm just going to focus in the next round. You can hit on 4 or 5. Maybe that makes more sense. I have to kind of look that up. Evade. When hit roll a 1d6, and if successful, you evade and take no damage. Okay, when hit. I should put a comma there. Roll 1d6. Suppressing fire lets you make an attack at disadvantage every time an enemy enters the improvised. Whoops. I screwed that up. Whoop. Here we go. Lets you make an attack at disadvantage every time an enemy enters the area. Take cover. From one direction, the enemy gets disadvantage. So, Blake's going to take his pistolero out. And I'm going to see what is it? How many hit points does he have? Well, let me see. Enemy chart. Is he fodder? Is he low? I'm going to say he's probably either... So he's either got 1 hit point, 2 hit points, or 3 to 5. So this is the most dangerous. Dangerous is small groups and can be skilled combatants or predatory creatures. So I'll say he's 1 or 2. So I'll use the Foresighter just to speed things up. 1 to 2, he's low. 3 to 4, he's fodder. Okay, he's low. So he's got 2 hit points. And wild animals or average criminal. Okay. So he takes pistolero out and he fires. Now let's see what else we have to do. Okay. Master do. So on a 2d6, on a 5 or 6 he hits. But he's proficient and he's a master. He has mastery of the light revolver. Okay, so I think he gets another believe he gets another dice. So he gets an extra dice for that. Okay? Pretty sure that's how it works. If not, I'll correct myself. So he takes a shot. 5 or 6, all he needs. Do 1 damage. Boom! 5 and a 6. Takes a shot at Pretty Boy. And he shoots him, and the guy is just, he's hurt. He's hurt bad. And he's bloodied. Now, since he's low, I'm going to test his morale. Okay? Since he's only he's low on the totem pole here. I'm going to do something that for him is a save test. Okay? I'm going to roll a save test for him. And I'm going to use 2d6. It might be 1d6. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. If he gets a 5 or 6, he stays. Under that, he runs away because he's a coward. And he runs. He runs off. And he almost trips over a barrel. And and he says something. I'll get you. I'll get my friends. I'll get my friends. He runs off. Yeah. And he Blade spits on the ground there. Get your friends. I'll be here waiting. Looking for answers. And so that's combat. Okay. Actually, I should have let him go. I should have let him go. Let's rewind that. Because it should have been his turn. So he did his damage. He takes a shot at Blakey. And he missed. Alright, so he missed. So to replay it, because I screwed up. Initiative. Blake won. Blake shot at him. Okay. And he took a shot back, and he missed. And then went back, and then I had him roll safe test, because that's kind of realistic. I don't think that's in the rules. Maybe it is. And he ran off because he failed a safe test for morale, and he took off. Okay, so that probably works better that way. So that's a little example. It was a little sloppy there of combat there, and how you can kind of use the cards and words to kind of piece together, a scenario. But really, most of this is like you're riffing from the top of your head what fits the mold in this kind of a genre. And I'm kind of rolling with that, those first thoughts. And if something doesn't work, I can just keep pulling cards and choosing from the descriptions and subjects till I get something. But sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's quick. I try to kind of go quick with you guys. So that's the second scene. Let's write the second scene here. Say the woman agitates the henchman, whose name is Pretty Boy. I'll fill that in over there. And he starts a shootout with Blake. he loses and runs away. Threatening. To get help. Okay. Alright, now the chaos for the next scene is going to go down. Back to 5. Since Blake won that combat. Alright, now M. I have M for this next scene. So we're going to wrap this video up. And the game trigger is a clue. M for Man in Black or the Mysterious Stranger. Man in Black clue by third scene. So I'll pull some cards to see what the clue is. Maybe Blake finds out that there's someone watching him, or something to that effect. Finds out more about rumors of a mysterious man making people go crazy in this town. No one's ever seen him before. He's from out of town. That kind of stuff. That's all good. Maybe Blake runs into the Man in Black, the mysterious man, in this next scene. We'll see. The cards will have their say. The cards will have their say. So, when in doubt, in Tiny Gunslingers, roll 2d6. Roll 3d6 for a mastered weapon, I believe. Regular, it's 2d6. If you're not proficient in a weapon, you roll 1d6. Save tests, which are basically a lot of the gray stuff that doesn't cover, you know, like that morale, you know. I didn't remember if that was in the rules or not, but I made that up on the spot because, for one, this guy is low on the totem pole. He's slightly above. He's like an average criminal. So he usually doesn't. Those guys usually don't have much guts, and it just really takes a show of force and their life being threatened by someone more skillful than them to make a run for it. And yeah, so yeah, that's why I like this game so much, because it's simple. 5 or 6 does it, you know, and it's standard 1 hit point each time you connect. So good job, Blake. And I'll see you guys in the next scene. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, good or bad, in between. I know it was a little bit sloppy. Some of my videos are a little bit sloppy. I'm kind of going by seat of my pants a little bit, but till then, keep solo questing. Find a way. Thanks for watching.